scream you something.
Hey, I'm gonna move my chair. I can't see things. Hey guys, welcome to the August 3rd episode of This Week in Esports, where we're totally prepared. We're coming to you live, as you can see, from the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington, showcasing Mixer Magic, and it's not just my middle name. What is it, Rukari?
Mixer Magic is not your middle name, but we were talking about...
He just spit up a little bit.
everywhere. FTL, which is a unique protocol for streaming at a sub-second latency, and interactivity, which is Kate's absolute favorite, believe me, where viewers don't just watch, they actively participate in what's happening on screen.
Exactly, that's what sub-second latency
right?
means.
Yeah, interactivity. You're
Faster
excited for it.
than light.
You're
It's
excited
true, and why not? Anywho, here's the deal. It's called This Week in Esports because nowadays there's a lot to cover in the esports scene. We thought perhaps we'd put it all in one show and call it This Week in Esports. And since this show is for you, you get to decide what we talk about via the voting options you'll see soon above the chat window on your device.
So once again, we do not get to choose the topics we discuss.
Sadly.
You'll be doing that for us. We try. It never works out. Whatever.
No.
And we've only got 30 minutes each and every week, so make sure to get your vote in if you want to hear your favorite esport discussed.
And I don't know if we've actually put this into the scene yet here, and I'll pause the thing for a second. You can also do one of the differentiators between us and other streaming services is the interconnectivity portion, which I think is probably why we have different colored lights right now.
Oh, they're already moving them.
Ah!
You don't even see them. It's pitch black up here.
It's true. It's fine. I'm not weirded out. But anyway, you can control with those sparks you see over on the right-hand side next to your tag. You can control all things, including the lights and sometimes the sounds.
I'm going to change it to America here in
That's
just a sec.
going to be fun for all of us. So.
Oh, absolutely. But before we get into the segments that we have for you this week, we normally start this show and every show with a segment all about the esports scene called Patch Notes. Kate, this is all for you, right?
Yeah!
Go ahead, take it away.
Here we go.
I'll play with the lights.
Okay, kids, here's the deal. For the past few years, the world of esports has been attracting the deep pockets of organizations looking to break into the scene, and this week we can add one more big name to the list. That name is Madison Square Garden. You heard me. Madison Square Garden Company, headed by Mr. James Dolan, owns the New York Knicks, New York Liberty, and the New York Rangers, three relatively large New York teams. And this week, they've partnered with one of the most storied teams in NA esports, Counter Logic Gaming. As per usual, the financials weren't disclosed, but we know that whatever pales in comparison to what the teams look to rake in. Now, this in part is because the partnership allows CLG, Counter Logic Gaming, to use the vast marketing power and experience in the sports and entertainment industry that the MSG company controls. Can we say esports in the mainstream? Let me hear it, Rukari.
Yes, you can. You can. You said it. You did it, not me. You did that.
At any rate, Counter Logic Gaming have been in the community since 2010, and while they've originally started with just League of Legends, they've expanded their field of teams to include CSGO, male and female teams. What's up, CLG Red? Super Smash Bros. And Overwatch, just to name a few. Madison Square Garden Company isn't new to esports either, having played a host across a number of their venues to Dota 2 events, the Call of Duty World League, Worlds for League of Legends, and NALCS Championship. I mean, just the list goes on. And that's just in the last 2 years. How about them apples? So with the NALCS franchising window only open for the next 3 months, you can bet we'll see more team owners, partners, and sponsors coming out of the woodwork. This has been your patch notes for the week.
I'm going to give you a fun fact that's totally unsolicited.
Bring it on.
The New York Knicks are the most valued franchise in the NBA. So remember, LA Clippers got sold for $2 billion a few years ago. New York Knicks are worth more than that. And they're not a good team. We're just going to throw that out there. All right, you guys cast your vote. We're ready to move into our segment. Yeah, take that as you will. Your voting options were Call of Duty, Dota 2, Starcraft, and FIFA Americas. You know how to get my real sports into
Hey, you know what?
Show.
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
all about
whoa.
merging.
Yeah, okay, I see you.
It's all about merging.
You know what? Exactly. Exactly. There's more that unites us than divides us, I think is what you're trying to say.
That's true. All right, so you guys got your votes in, and we are going to go with
Starcraft.
Take it away.
I shall. So there's a special Starcraft event taking place this weekend in Seoul, South Korea, home of Starcraft. GSL versus the World is a mid-year event where 16 of the favorite circuit and pro players are brought together to compete in an epic clash of titans. The GSL All-Stars are made up of veterans from the StarCraft 2 League in South Korea, while the World is made up of current top players from, you'd guess it, all over the globe. Players were either nominated or invited, so you can look forward to hearing familiar names like Hero and SOS that were nominated, and Neve Searle and Nurchio who were invited. Gotta love those two. And as you'll notice, it is now blue in our studio. In the team competition, the GSL All-Stars and World All-Stars will be off against each other to determine a winning region. Gotta love getting the regions out there for the win. In the individual portion of the event, it's a single elimination, best of 5, with the finals being best of 7. A lot of really good StarCraft going on right now. Ultimately, this will be a fun event for these skilled players, but a win would definitely slap a gold star on the old StarCraft resume. I think so. The competition will be plentiful as they fight for their share of nearly $100,000, so that doesn't hurt either. You can catch this weekend's action at wcs.starcraft2, the number 2.com, or twitch.tv/GSL.
You know what makes this show fun and really fun is that I get to read chat sometimes while you're doing this bit, and I get to troll and respond, but then I have to keep a straight face while everybody's watching us do this.
All Kates are great, Onir.
I told them my name was Kate too. Rukari Kate Austin.
It is now.
I was holding it back. So tough. All right, we're ready to move into our next segment. Your voting options were Call of Duty, Dota 2, Smash Brothers, and FIFA Americas. And we're going to jump into Smash Brothers. Get on my level.
I was going to say go for it because I was expecting Dota 2, but let's do a job. Smash.
All right, let's do it. Get on My Level held their 4th annual tournament in Ontario, Canada last weekend. This event brings together a large portion of the Smash community with competitions in all 4 games over the 3-day event. Having familiar faces showing up like Hungry Box, Mr. E, Mango, and Zero, and many more, the competition was sure to be fierce. And coming right off the heels of EVO, you bet this tournament is going to house some animosity. In the OG Smash Brothers singles, we saw, excuse me, let's see if I can get this one right. Marigas? Is it Marigas?
I believe
yes,
so.
Marigas. Take home the first place win with Isaiah. That's easy enough. I love that it's spelled out for us. I can do Isaiah and the Z, taking second and third respectively. However, in the doubles, Isaiah and the Z teamed up and stamped out the competition, taking home first in OG Smash doubles. Smash Melee is where the familiars strike with the second place winner of EVO 2017, Mango, competing out for blood. Competing people were out for blood.
Yep. Yeah, we had it's a blood match. It's a grudge match. Grudge match.
Well,
grudge
first of
match.
all, I was
a
looking
bloody
at
grudge match.
the EVO stuff when we were editing our script.
Sure.
3 people have won the last 5 EVOs for Smash. It's insane.
It's powerhouses have they're not made in a day, but powerhouses remain until someone comes in and takes them out.
So first of all, since we're jumping into this one,
Sure.
and we haven't talked about anything, there will be spoilers ahead.
Dun dun dun!
Those looking to take Mango on were, however, disappointed as he showed up an hour late and was disqualified from the tournament. DQ'd for not showing up.
90% of anything is showing up, guys. That's it.
Yeah? Is that so?
That's how I like to live my life.
Lesson from Kate. There we go. However, previous 9th place winner at EVO, Leffen, came out of nowhere and took down Hungry Box in the finals, taking Melee singles. That's nuts. That's nuts.
You know what?
A no-show throws the tide in someone else's favor. Like, one little mistake, man.
This is what happens when Melee comes to town. Well, when the Melee format comes to town.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that so? Okay, yeah.
Do you want me to try it? This is like
stop.
Notre Dame type. This is like put them up.
Okay, Kate. All right, then teaming up with Ice, Leffen took first place in Melee doubles as well. Clean sweep. However, not the cleanest sweep at Get On My Level this year. That title goes to Anti, who won Smash Brothers Brawl, singles, Smash 4 singles, and teamed up with Mistake, which wasn't a mistake, to take home. You see what I did there?
I did.
First in Smash 4 doubles as well. This was Anti's event.
Hey now.
Right?
Well,
I mean, take all those 4.
I would say you've done some your decision-making paradigm that led you to that place. Solid.
Thank you.
Solid.
It's the Kate in me. Now, Smash is always an exciting game to watch as it takes quick reflexes and a lot of strategy to pull off what these fighters are doing. One of the moments we have to highlight is Anti in the Smash 4 Grand Finals. Anti getting Larry Lurr, which is a great name, in his Anti-special ladder combo, knocking him clear off the stage and winning the Grand Finals in the process, as Anti popped off his seat and cheered across the stage, as you do.
Yeah.
Win finals, I'm popping off. Actually, I don't even need to win finals to pop off. All it takes is one slip. And speaking of which, look at this.
That's
Speaking of a slip.
You know what? His earpiece falls out on the regular, and that's why I'm going to tell you more about what you just voted to hear more about, and that, of course, is COD! COD fans, listen up. Last weekend, the Call of Duty Pro League Stage 2 playoffs took place at the MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Sadly, haven't been there yet, but I'm looking forward to someday. The teams from Europe and North America were fighting not only for the $500,000 prize pool, but for rankings at the Call of Duty World League Championship, which is later this month. pretty much the world's for Call of Duty fans. That team on everyone's lips and tweets was, of course, Optic Gaming, a.k.a. the Green Wall. I feel like a broken record. Yeah. Broken record. Optic Gaming crushed Fnatic with a 3-0 win in the first round, but was shortly trounced, I just spit everywhere, by E United. This is what happens when they lose. I'm sorry, Optic, awesome, but you know there's definitely one of those nice bullseyes on your back. But anyway, sending them to the losers bracket. In the lower bracket, Optic Gaming took out FaZe Clan and Luminosity Gaming. Bam, thank you, man. Then I had to face off against E United again. Nice little grudge match there. E United did put up a fight, but was finally eliminated by Optic 3-2, so no one can say it wasn't a good game. In the grand finals, Optic took Team Envious 3-1, and because it's a double elimination series, this was Envious's first loss. The series reset, and the two faced off a second time.
Guess what happened?
I would like to know.
No, please, you tell me. I'm just saying, what do you think? Guess what happened? Who won?
Judging by your face and the fact that I understand how Optic works in terms of being good at gaming, I'll say Optic brought it out, and they did. 3-1, maintaining their record of winning at least every 1 out of 3 events.
I shake my head, and I promise it's a good thing. It's just crazy.
It's you know what?
We're just going to
change the name of this show. Respects game, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, that's it. Game respects game,
Respects
right?
game? No. Wait.
Game
recognizes game.
There we go. I knew something was off there.
You know what? We're all live here, and we know it. And Rukari's going to tell you more about it.
So your choices were Call of Duty, Dota 2, Forza, and FIFA Americas.
I don't get my Dota.
We've had a few things up there for a while now, but we're going to jump into Forza. So Season 3 of the Forza Racing Championship might be over, but that doesn't mean that the Forza RC content stops there. The Forza RC team headed to China last week. I want to go to host the Forza RC China Joy Invitational, the Chevrolet Cup. This event ran right alongside you guessed it, the China Digital Entertainment Expo and Conference, or China Joy for short. We're just going to stick with China Joy because that was a mouthful.
Because that's something I would like to put on a hat, t-shirt, or fanny pack.
True. That's true. China Joy.
Don't use the word fanny pack when you're in London.
Okay, good to know.
After 2 weeks of online qualifying action, the top 16 racers competed on the main stage at the China Joy Xbox booth to be the first person crowned as the king of China's first Forza RC event. That's got a nice ring to it. Only 8 racers from the first day of racing advanced to the second round. We have to highlight teams like MGC and Tama. These are 2 squads who had competitors dominate the first day of racing with players like MGC JRich921 and Eason Jen alongside Tama player Viper D, like that name, making up the roster who would try to get to the Forza RC China crown. Because this was the Chevrolet Cup, players were allowed to use cars like the Camaro Z28 and the Corvette C7R around the tracks, Road Atlanta and Sonoma Raceway.
The 2 tournament favorites, J Rich and Chic Pizza, I'm going to say that's Chic Pizza, not Chick Pizza, right? I'm doing all right here. Were predicted to be in the top spots of the tournament, and not only did they take the first and second spots as expected, Chic Pizza won first, placed by 1.4 seconds. Not that much at all. It gets really close in Forza matches, and that's just one of the reasons you should be tuning in anytime they have a tournament broadcasted. In case you didn't get to watch the tournament, check out the tournament recap on www.forzaracingchampionship.com, which we just summarized. And also check out the VOD from the tournament on the Turn 10 Studios channel on YouTube.
Exactly. So based on the success of Season 3, we can only assume Season 4 of the Forza Racing Championship will take the racing game to new heights, and hopefully it return to the Le Mans for the Season 4 finals. I gotta say, you get to watch incredible gamers doing incredible moves with incredible cars on incredible raceways. What is there? What is there to hate? Nothing.
It's incredible.
It's delicious and delightful. Hey, speaking of delicious and delightful, one of the goals of this show is to highlight the amazing people and events that happen in the esports and competitive gaming space and give them the recognition they so rightly deserve. There are esports fans out there who might not even know they're esports fans yet. Well, that's what we're here to show and educate about. Bring those guys into the fold.
So every week we'll try to feature a different personality in the space, and this time we have someone who runs live esports events and broadcasts, and he's been in the scene for as long as there's been a scene, really. This is his scene. To give him a special intro, he passed along a trailer to an upcoming project, and we have our guest, Anton Ferraro, to thank for the opportunity. Let's check it out.
Let's check out that trailer.
Some of my closest friends are all from gaming, and those friendships are built over just playing together, hanging out at LANs in between series, after series, playing, scrimming.
The opportunities that you have when you're not playing to be able to, still talk about gaming or just share that experience and going out, with your fellow gamers. Again, people think that it's not a social thing, but gaming is very, very social, and LANs are a huge part of that.
When you're with a team for a long period of time, it's kind of hard to find that motivation, and being right next to each other is all the motivation you need.
It was a lot more popular to get together back in the day and kind of LAN as a group, really learn together as a team. We kind of strayed away from that. But everyone really enjoyed our time together, and now it just feels like it's a lot more serious. People aren't having as much fun as a group and just enjoying exactly like what we're able to do together, because not everyone is able to do this kind of stuff.
Well, the guy behind that trailer you just saw, and we've got a lot of questions that are involved, and I know that he wants to answer all of them. Anton Ferrero, look at that. Somebody came to play.
It's got headphones now, too. Merlin is winning.
Okay, Anton, first of all, we need to know who your co-host is.
This is my partner in crime, Merlin. It's my pug, Merlin, and he's loving New York City. So yeah.
This is how you know.
The show.
I was gonna say this is how you know it's live, because this stuff doesn't happen on. I love it. I like that Merlin is a part of this, because quite frankly, he looks like an esports fan, and that's one of the many reasons I appreciate him and his cuteness.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we brought him up right.
So, Anton, first of all, we alluded to it a little before the trailer, but let's showcase to the audience who you are, what you do, and just a little about yourself.
Sure. So I've been working in esports since about 2006. I've basically been a producer on a bunch of different projects. I've put together events, broadcasts, like digital products and features, and a bunch of different video franchises about pretty much every esport that's out there. I've built broadcasts and shows for companies like Riot, Activision Blizzard, Warner Brothers, and 343. And most recently, I've actually been focusing on Halo, which is the game that got me involved in esports. I helped produce the broadcast for HCS Las Vegas for Millennial, and I helped out ESL with their tournament operations at DreamHack Atlanta. And I also ran Beyond the Sticks, which was the trailer that you guys just saw.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, what is Beyond the Sticks? It's a little like my we call this segment Esports IRL, and this feels relatively similar to what you're doing. Let me hear it.
Yeah, so the Halo scene basically back in the day had a guy named Joe Pinacchio. He would fly down teams to his house to practice, and Millennial put something together that's very similar in that vein. What we did is we flew Team Envious and Oxygen Supremacy out to Las Vegas to our arena, and we basically had them scrim in the venue to prepare for DreamHack Atlanta. I think that the whole tournament was the whole event for them was kind of a success, because Envious ended up placing third, and Oxygen Supremacy, they qualified for the HCS Pro League, which was kind of awesome.
Nice.
They were the top-ranked AMP team. So we had them do scrims, and then we also flew out the strength and conditioning coach for the Raiders. And so he basically ran them through the training regimen and the training tactics that the Raiders used to prepare for matches. There's a lot of insight. The players loved it, because it's like, they're talking with somebody who's a pro, who's, dealing with guys who, make millions of dollars. And then afterwards, we kind of blew off a little bit of steam. We took the guys out to Topgolf. That was a really popular activity. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, it's incredible. It's super fun. Go do it. And we took them out to dinner at the Stratosphere, which is a really awesome restaurant. We had our own private room. And as we're sitting there, you can see the dinner. There's a window behind us, and people are just jumping off the building because it's off of a bungee jump.
Sure.
So you're just it was ridiculous.
That's what happens at my dinners too.
Great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, look at that.
Oh my God, this clip right here. It's like you're gonna see these guys. They're on a roller coaster, 109 stories up, and it's just I didn't go on it. I was terrified, but some of the guys absolutely love it. I think it's coming up. Yeah, you can see Pistola, his windy hair. Yeah, woo.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a good. Yeah.
Well, Rukari, before you get into your Vegas on the rooftop,
who said I was telling that story?
Well, it's going to happen. Anyway, before we get to that, let me follow up for a second here, because one of the things that esports players are all about is there's a lot of people that talk about streaming. You know, they're showcasing who they are, what they do, the kind of person and brand that they are as an esports player when they're streaming. They showcase themselves on LAN events. You know, they're, for all intents and purposes, they're pretty out there, right? For the most part. What does an experience like this warrant for getting to know these guys better? I mean, you putting them in situations that are frankly unusual and sort of letting them loose. What's the appeal there?
I think for these guys, the thing that like they loved it is it's like, you know, they get to interact. They interact online every day, and it's really something special for them to actually like hang out with their teammates in person. So you see a lot more personalities come out just because it's like, you know, you're not limited to just, you know, your voice or, you know, just what you can put on stream. So it's like it builds friendships, and most of these players were really excited because it's like from their perspective, it's like they can become better teammates if they are actually friends and they do friend-like activities outside of the digital world.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks again, Anton. And real quick, another chance for you to plug who you are and where you work. Where can people find you?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Twitter at Joker Can't Spell. And, you know, I mean, pretty simple, yeah. And, I mean, you can see a lot of my work at antonferraro.com.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to more of your work, I am sure. And thank you so much for being here, Anton.
Thank you for having me.
And thank Merlin as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
That's a first. That's a good first.
That is a first. I'm so excited.
That's amazing.
Right? Oh, pugs.
It's going to set a bar for everyone else who joins us.
I was going to say, I feel like Josh Stein, who we've had on here covering for us, he is...
he could be the pug? That's low. Oh,
I
that's
didn't
two in
say
one sentence.
that.
Oh, all right.
He has one.
That's perfect. We could jump into our next segment. I took my pot shots. We're good to go. Your voting choices were Starcraft WCS, Dota 2, which is still up there, Smash Evo, and FIFA Americas. And I feel like I know what this next one is. I saw
me
it.
softly.
It's not Dota. We are going to jump into some FIFA. All right, so the 2017 FIFA Interactive World Cup is, oh my goodness. Where did we? No, don't you do that. You're going to jump into Dota for her? Oh, I just got trolled so hard. Just let me go. No, we're back.
Kidding.
No, we're doing it. All right.
FIFA
so
fans,
FIFA
don't
Interactive World Cup is EA Sports and FIFA's annual tournament held August 16th through the 18th in London.
Jolly old.
Wait, time out. Am I going to be there then?
Oh my God, here it comes.
Yeah, we'll be there. With a grand prize of $200,000 along with a trip to the annual award show at stake. It's where every gamer wants to be, but to secure one of the 32 spots, you've got to earn your way in through regionals first. The Americas Regional took place this past weekend in Los Angeles, where 32 of the top FIFA players from Season 3 gathered to snag a spot in the FIWC.
Man.
On day one in the group stage, Nicholas 99 FC and NYC, we're going to say that's
Didi Crislito.
Didi Crislito from Group 1, and yeah, you take this one too.
Poderoso Rafa from
You're
Group 2.
doing great. All right.
Dominated their games. Listen, FIFA's fun to watch, as is soccer. Meanwhile, Epsilon Joey managed to score the day's biggest points, but on the day 2, the 16 qualifiers duked it out in the knockout stage. Let's see what they did there. With winners securing a ticket to jolly old England. The players from the PlayStation 4 side are Lucas Rep 98, Ryan 10, Nicholas 99 FC, and Zizi Hio. I don't think I got that right. Zenzino. Thank God.
See,
from the Xbox One side, it's Roma Aman, Jans CFI, Filthy P94, also what they called me in college, and Epsilon Joey. Huge congratulations and good luck to them as they move on to the FIWC Grand Final.
This brings the FIWC competitor tally up to 30. So who are the other two? Well, the first edition of the FIFA Interactive Club World Cup will be launching tomorrow, August 5th. For those that don't know what this is, 24 players from 19 professional football clubs will get together to compete for a chance at the last 2 remaining seats in the FIWC. You can tune in at FIFA.com. It's great to see real-world football clubs. We say this all the time. I'm embracing and participating in esports this way, right?
That's, you know what, football clubs are actually relatively unique in the scene. I mean, I know you've got a lot of your earpiece is just not going in. You have a lot of various sports entities getting into esports, but I have never seen more particular sports genres get into the scene than football clubs.
You think I'm playing? I'm going to figure out a way to go at least
football
snap
clubs.
a photo
You
and
should.
say I was there.
Well, that's fair. Speaking of being there, we talked about StarCraft WC, or we could talk about StarCraft WCS, Dota 2, Smash Evo, and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. What did they choose, Rukari?
Why are you asking me? I feel like you already saw it up there.
Funny
You're
you should
so
mention.
excited.
If you haven't heard, this is called Dota 2. If you haven't heard, the International is happening right now here in our fair city of Seattle. It is the Dota 2 tournament with millions and millions and millions of dollars up for grabs. Last time we checked, it was 23.4 million, with the top team going home with a staggering $14 million. In fact, at this point, the team getting 18th place. Remember, 20 teams go to the International. 20 teams make it to past the group stage. 20 teams. 18th place is still going home with more than $50,000. Y'all are winners. But today through Saturday are the group stages, with the 2 bottom performing teams from their respective groups eliminated. Starting Monday and continuing all the way through Saturday, the main event, where the remaining 16 teams will battle it out for the glory of lifting the Aegis in victory, and of course, winning some serious life-changing cash.
So mad at that amount of money. There have been a lot of roster shakeups since TI6, with neither the current world champions Wings Gaming nor the runner-up Digital Chaos in attendance. Teams to watch: Team Liquid, currently on a 10-match win streak; Evil Geniuses, which took TI5 and first at Manila Masters; and Team OG, which have crushed 4 out of the last 5 Dota 2 major championships.
It's true.
If you're looking for good storylines, we've got those too. This TI marks the first that a South American team competes. Infamous Gaming Hellraisers, who is...
Now, so it's actually Infamous Gaming, and then this is what
and then
happened. I wrote
Hellraisers.
this, and unfortunately, I forgot to put an enter. I forgot to put a slash.
Enter, comma? So you just
Let me take over from
ahead.
here,
No, you got it.
Rukari. So that South American team, Infamous Gaming, obviously it's always going to be great to see those guys compete and win. You've also got Hellraisers. They're actually formerly Planet Dog. They literally are just going, they've been taken by Hellraisers and are using them as a banner. It's great. So if you're into Planet Dog, guess what? Those guys have never actually been or have been invited to a Valve tournament. In fact, neither Hellraisers nor Infamous Gaming have ever been involved in any Valve tournaments. So you've got 2 teams that are relatively untested. I shouldn't say that, relatively. But guess what? They are in it for all the marbles. So you can watch all the action of Dota at Dota2.com. And if you're a newcomer, they got a special stream for you. This is what I love. It's got special overlays to help it all make more sense. Sometimes...
Oh, I need that.
Listen,
I'm going to tell you right now, I've tried to watch
MOBA is what it is. MOBA can be difficult to watch. It's even for veterans sometimes it can be difficult when the action happens and you want to know more. Guess what? They got you covered. They have it's awesome. Go to Dota2.com.
I was going to say, you got another plug
I'm
ready to
just
roll.
saying,
Like
I'm
you were
psyched.
excited.
I'm a Valve fan. What can I say?
Okay. All right, more power to you.
Speaking of power, let's give them once again the power to choose what we're talking about next, which is...
I feel like we've got PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
definitely one of the more popular games coming out recently.
It's all right. I'm not super excited and ready to play it on console. I admit, WASD, not my thing. Whatever. PlayerUnknown's Battleground announced a special Gamescom Invitational that I'm going to crash
We're
to.
both going.
Yeah, presented by Bluehole and ESL. 80 of the best PUBG combatants will be invited to compete alongside major influencers and Gamescom attendees, and Kate and myself, in an all-out brawl during the game's very first offline LAN event. The players will be fighting for a prize pool of $350,000, which is a surprising amount for a game's first competitive
serious
LAN.
cheddar.
You're right.
Yeah.
For the first LAN?
I know. I mean, I'm just saying, this is how big esports has grown. Your first LAN brings in that amount of money.
We're in the wrong field, man. God. Talking about versus playing, though you do play Clash. The LAN event will be during the span of Gamescom and will include modes for solo, duo, and duo first person, and squad mode. After 3 matches, those with the best scores will be crowned the winner.
That's fair. Those behind PUBG also decided to allow players to purchase keys for crates during the event. Now, these crates hold exclusive vanity items. You gotta love the exclusives for these kind of events. The proceeds from the microtransaction will directly support the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds Invitational, as well as charities that Bluehole selects. That's so cool.
That is.
It's very unusual for... Well, not very unusual.
It
Fair
happens,
enough, it does.
but it is more newsworthy.
It's nice to
when it does
see,
happen, isn't
especially
it?
your first LAN out the door. Wow, way to give back, guys. They're also using this tournament to test their crate system, so before the full implication in the full release. Implementation is what I meant to say.
All good. PUBG will release 3 new crates during the event, all of which contain a collection of items inspired by the Battle Royale movie. The first 2 crates are the Wanderer and the Survivor crates, which will be free to open. These crates include a set of themed clothes and other cosmetic items, while the third crate will be the Gamescom Invitational crate, which has a more diverse pool of clothes. Essentially, the key and crate system mimics CSGO's, in which a crate drops and you buy a key for $250 to open it in hopes of the outfit you've been wanting.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, right?
I get it.
This move has started controversy, however, in the PUBG community, as many players are outraged that PUBG developers would bring microtransactions into the game after previous statements stating they wouldn't until the game was in a full release state. People see this as PUBG selling out or asking for even more money from their fans, which, to be honest, the items are purely vanity. Purely vanity. They have no
They
influence
are
over
pure
the game.
digital goods.
There's no harm in allowing players to add more customization and even help support the developers and allow them to make the game even better. It's not pay to win. Quit your whining. And I'm just going to tell you right now, the work that artists are doing no way affects the work that developers are doing. They are two very different things. That's my
Form
my
meets
gripe,
function.
because it's almost like I hear that a lot. Why aren't you guys just working on this? Why are you doing this week in esports? Yeah. Anyway, personal gripes aside, you can catch this event live on Mixer at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific from August 23rd to the 26th on Mixer.com. Whack PU Battlegrounds.
PU!
PU. I see. Yeah.
Did you notice, by the way, I should mention everybody that it said / in the prompter.
Oh, did it? I didn't even notice that. I thought it was a misspelling.
Your face is a misspelling. Let's talk upcoming tournaments. Detail the upcoming tournaments coming, and guess what? Next stop for the Overwatch World Cup will be taking place in Katowice, Poland, where 2 more groups of international teams will be facing off to make it to the top group stage and into the playoffs. Woohoo! Go to worldcup.playoverwatch.com for dates and links to the streams. Malik is actually one of the casters, one of the commentators, one of the reporters on that. I follow
Really?
him on the Instagrams. Different Malik.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I was like, what?
Different Malik
What?
from
Malik
Eastream.
doesn't play anything.
I heard Eastream and Michelle Morrow. It's a long story.
I like how you guys are laughing. You know that. All right. So Dota 2.
The International is back once again in the sunny state of Seattle, which it actually is. It's 90 degrees here today. And there's more than 24 million.
23,000.
It's really impressive. Anyway, for those lucky competitors who made it through the qualifiers, this is a week-long tournament. We just talked about it earlier. So make sure, if you want to get in on it, go to dota2.com/international to see which team gets that first place prize. And honestly, not even just about the first place team. Not about that. I mean, it's
18th is doing all right.
It's not the destination, it's the journey here, folks. Take it
I'm
away,
telling you right now,
Art-Tastic.
I love that destination, 14 million. All right, so let's talk about some Halo. Microsoft stores around the U.S. will be holding Halo tournaments at their stores on Sunday, August 6th, this weekend. And if your store still has signups, what are you waiting for? Head on over to HaloWaypoint.com to find out which store near you is holding tournaments and see if you can come out on top.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So should I tell my story?
If you could do it quick.
Oh, man, he said that's the show. I can't. Oh, darn it.
So, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Here it is. Go.
All right, so hey, just to let you know, Seattle, the Space Needle is 605 feet tall. The Stratosphere is twice that. I think that
I bet
including the
it's
needles.
too tall.
Yeah, it's hilariously tall. The roller coaster sits at about a little bit above 1,000 feet.
There's a couple of
16
roller
years old.
coasters, but this is the one that...
On the Stratosphere, on the outside.
Yeah, there's 2, but whatever.
So
It's up. It's crazy.
I go up to the top of the Stratosphere, and I have my ticket. I've purchased. I'm ready to go. And you open the door, and because you're so high, you catch the gust of wind. You ever flown into Vegas? That's why the plane's always rocking like crazy. And I said right then, nope. And then a group of people came by, didn't speak any English, so I couldn't really communicate to them that I was not the ticket taker person.
Oh, that is
and they all proceeded to hand me their tickets and looked at me smiling and went and just had a jolly good time. And I was standing there with everybody's tickets looking like a sucker. So I went. I decided I had to go because I couldn't go back down.
Sure.
Like people behind me were looking at me like, because I was trying to commute. I was like, no, I'm not here for that. You're going back downstairs. Good roller coaster, though. Great roller coaster. But that's it. It's fun. You do step off the side of the building to get on.
No.
But there's a net.
No.
I'd love to be caught in that.
Nope. Anyway, on that note, we'll catch you at a regular time. Same bat time, same bat channel, Thursdays, 3 p.m. on Mixer Channel 1, the one you're watching right now. Be sure to watch this and past episodes of our Mixer Channel 1 YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at WatchMixer. I'm at Kate Yeager. You're at
Rakizzle.
Rakizzle.
Oh, you gonna bring that one up too? Okay. Yeah, I see what you did.
We'll talk about that one next show. I'll tell you why he got that name. For more information and updates on the show and what's happening in the wide world of esports.
And don't forget, we have our series finale of our new Gears of War show. She's so excited for this one. Gears Esports Offseason next week, Wednesday on August 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Mixer Channel 1. If you missed yesterday's episode, tune into hashtag Esports Weekend on Mixer Channel 1, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific this Saturday, as it'll be on rebroadcast. We only show esports content on this channel on the weekend. So I hope you're ready to come back
It's
tune
really
in and
good.
join us.
It's really, really good. The
That's
episode's
not-
really solid.
Self-promotion is such a low priority.
I don't
for
care.
This one. All right,
It's awesome.
We will see you next week, but not me because I'm going to Texas.
Hey!
I'll see you guys in a month. Bye, y'all.
Bye.